Okay. I'm back. And I am in a hole because I was scared and I didn't want to die. Just getting things set up. Let's hope this works. I mean, I was trying to record Minecraft a while ago, but it didn't work. So hopefully this one does. Okay, so you figured out how to enter your own server. Yeah. I think I'm in my own server. You're gonna need to paste the server address into the chat in order that I can join. So the way that I found online to join is that you go to the Minehut lobby, and that should be in the description of the stream, and then you just, and once you get into the lobby, you write in the chat /join PhroggCraft. At least that's what I found online. I couldn't figure out how to get the actual server address. /join, yeah. Yeah, it's /join frog pollen with a PH and 2 G's. Oh, I usually create servers, not join them, so I was thinking about Oh, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I had to look it up on Google to figure out how to do that. Evil berries. I just realized my mouse is really, really loud. I hope people can't hear it in the stream. I'm so glad that the server started in a spruce forest. Spruce is my favorite type of wood. I really don't like any of the other woods except for maybe mangrove, but it's really hard to find. So it's nice that I get to have all the spruce wood I ever want. We can hear it. You can hear the mouse. Oh no. Hey, there he is. Is it annoying? Is the mouse annoying? I don't really know how to fix it. Oh, he's gone. Why is your andesite not stone right here? There's a cave over here. Oh, you're no worries. I was just curious if my mouse is annoying. Like, is it loud enough that it's annoying? It's not annoying. Okay. That's good. Hey. I was kind of hoping there would be a cave down here, but I guess not. Um, oh, there's a village right here, and I didn't even see it. I'm really bad at this. And the stream seems to be working than Roblox did. That's working better than Roblox did. That's pretty cool, actually. Now you guys get to witness how terrible I am at Minecraft. Because I am really bad at this game. Upstairs, something upstairs. I can never remember what's in these houses. Bread, yay! Did I get it? Yeah. More bread, yay. Hi. Oh, this is a nice image for me to pop in on everything on fire. No, nothing's on fire. Ah, what the I am dying to berry bushes though. Hi, Sunbee. We kind of got impatient waiting for you because Roblox was really boring, so Jeremiah suggested that I play Minecraft with him, so that's what I'm doing now. Oh, he's gone again. I think his internet keeps on cutting out. Why is this not working? I love how, like, normal Minecraft streamers have like 30 million things to say all the time, all the time. You know, never stops talking. I can't even think of what to talk about. There's a house there, potatoes in it. I don't know. There's no chests in any of these houses. Two diamond horse armor and a saddle. Now I just need to find a horse. That's actually really good because I like horses. It's getting dark, so I should probably find a bed somewhere. I just want to look through this village a little bit more. More potatoes, yay! My internet keeps on quitting me. Sorry. Yeah. I'm not gonna leave you behind. I'm just hanging out in the village, trying to find a bed that isn't occupied. Man, these foxes screaming. Sir, why are you in a bathtub? What are you doing? There's a pair of pants in this box. If I don't find a bed soon, I'm probably gonna die. Which would be mildly unfortunate. He's back. Did I already? No, I didn't. An iron shovel. And a blacksmithing table. So... Oh, wow, okay. I'm making myself a bed because I don't feel good stealing from the villagers, sorry. Yeah, sorry, I was just taking my time. What kind of things do you like doing when you're playing Minecraft, Jeremiah? Oh, do you want some of the stuff I picked up from the village? You can have this. I swear if this villager pushes me out a flippin' door. I like to build really grand structures. I was thinking of building an opposing church. That'd be really cool. I like building too, but I usually do smaller builds. Why am I so bad at throwing food? Yeah, no problem. Is there anything else you want? I have a singular grindstone. I was trying to give this to you. And I don't really have anything else worth anything. I haven't played seriously in a long time though. I used to mostly do redstone. My brother does redstone. I am absolutely terrible at it. Overall, I'm not very good at the game. Neither am I. We're in the same boat together. Why are you giving me all this stuff? Because I felt bad that I stole everything from the village while your internet was broken. So, it's the loot from the village. I don't really know where to build. It's a lot of uneven ground. If you steal from somebody and then give it to somebody in need, does that justify the stealing? I don't know, ask Robin Hood. Are we doing, like, morals in Minecraft now? The villagers weren't going to use it. They can't eat anything anyways. I don't know, you seem to feel pretty bad about your larceny. No. Well, here's the thing. I won't steal things the villagers use. So, like, since they use beds, I'm not gonna steal their beds because that's mean. But if it's something that's sitting in a chest that they can't use, I'm not gonna steal it because that's mean. I mean, if it's sitting in a chest, I will steal it, sorry. Do you like building next to villages, or... I don't really know how to do villagers, but at some point it'd be kind of cool to be able to do that. Oh, his internet died again. Sorry, pig. Your sacrifice will be very much appreciated. Ooh, iron. Welcome back. Oh, he's gone again. The short-lived return. I switched to my guest Wi-Fi now. Okay. Hopefully that'll work better for you. Are you still in the village, or are you near the caves where I just ran off to? I'm still in the village. Okay. I think I can remember where that is from here. It's like right over there? I thought so. I can't say anything through these trees. Yeah, it's right here. It's just small. I don't see your name tag. It's really hard to see anything though. Do you know what type of environment you want to build in? Do you have any idea what you want to do generally? I really like building in like mountains that have flat areas at the base or like on the sides of them. I see your name tag. Oop, I'll stop moving then. But I don't really care. I always like trying new things, but honestly, trying to build in a forest usually gets me burnt out really quickly because it's like I have to chop down all the trees to be able to build anything, which is kind of annoying. I no longer see you. Oh, I'm right here. Sorry, I lost you in a very small village. We could build around here if you want to. I don't really know. This is really weird, like having to wait for you to hear what I'm saying because I'm so far behind on the stream. Let's go find some place to build. I don't really like villages. I know that much. Yeah, that's true. It just usually makes it easier if we want to do like villager breeders later on. But yeah, which way do you want to go? Okay. Okay. There's little foxes everywhere. That's really cute. Okay. Fine then. You don't want to use my crafting table. I'm in. Hopefully this will be a little bit faster than you watching my stream. Oh, there's a shipwreck to our right. Yeah. I always like seeing what kind of treasure they have in here. I also like the possibility of dying from drowning within 5 minutes of starting a world. This one's upside down, so I don't really know where all the... Oh, okay. Don't need paper. I am going to drown. There's no air pockets in this one, which is kind of annoying. Oh boy, I don't have any room. I'm going to start dying very soon. Oh, flip. Is this the end? Yep, okay. I'll come back. I'll come back. I'm sorry. That was stupid of me. I thought I could make it, but I guess I was wrong. If I could just find where the village is. I don't have room to hold all your things. Don't worry about it. A lot of the stuff was junk anyways. I can do this. I'm pretty sure there was a village. The village is like right around here. I might just be completely lost. First death. Yay. Oh, there it is. And then we went this way from the village, right? To the left, I'm pretty sure. We didn't cross a river. Oh boy. My memory is so terrible, I can't even remember which direction we went in. Was it this way? Oh, Enderman. None of this seems familiar. I'm wondering if this is even the same village I was in before. It's the guy in the bathtub. Yeah, this is the same village. Okay, I got all your things. Thank you. Now I just need to figure out how to find you again. Because yeah, don't remember directions. It shouldn't be this difficult for me to remember which way we went. Would you mind sending your coordinates, Jeremiah? Sorry, I should have just asked earlier, it would have been easier. Or is this the ocean you went to? Actually, wait. Let's go a little bit and see if the shipwreck is right here. I don't think this is it. Okay. -63. -600. -158. Okay, thank you. Aha, found you. Finally, my goodness. You have a little friend sticking out on the side of your house. Hi. Aren't these like really rare, these ferns? I don't remember. Okay, I think that's everything. Yeah. Unless you want me to carry these. The golden armor breaks very quickly. Yeah, I know. I just don't really... Might as well use it, right? It's projectile protection 3, which will be good against skeletons. It's mostly for use in the nether. True. I have a treasure map. You saw that, right? A shield is also good against skeletons. You should build one. Yeah, but I don't have inventory space. I'm really bad at this. There. Do you want to find the buried treasure, or you just want to go in a direction and find a place to build? Oh, this would actually be a good place to build something. My stream is so behind. I'll search for the buried treasure map if you want it. Ah! I know how to... I think I know how to find them, but... There's usually good stuff in there, like diamonds. I don't know. It's up to you if you want it. It's on the ground there behind you. I've never actually used one of those. Oh, well then I know how to do it. I can just... Yeah. Do you wanna build a base first, or... Yeah, it's really close. It's really close to us. It's like... I think it's probably on this island over here. Someone is calling me on my phone. Hold on. I don't know who this person is. Huh. By the way, do you have a bed? We should be able to sleep when night falls. I do have a bed, yeah. It's not this direction, I don't think. Huh. Wait, hold on. Should we kill these animals or should we make a farm? We can at least kill the chickens because there's like 30 million eggs around here. How about we like set up a base or something and then go and find the treasure map afterwards, because I don't have any inventory space. We hold a bunch of sheep and we already have eggs. Maybe like make a mutton farm. Yeah. Okay. I love how you said that. Oh, there's horses up here actually. We already have beds. True. True. I mean, do what you want. I'm really bad at planning ahead. Do you want to... Sheep to legs. I was wondering what you meant by that. I was like, oh, he just wants a chicken farm, that'll be her food. Do you want to build a base here, or do you want to wait until... Do you want to go somewhere else? I'm sorry, my stream is so behind. Do you want to base here? Oh, sorry, that's just... I mean, it's not like anything majestic to put... Actually, here would be a good place for cathedral. You could put a cathedral on this sea cliff here. I don't know. You're the one who wants to do the big project, so it's up to you where we go. Well, this place seems pretty prosperous, and I kind of want to get a ranging instruction, so let's build here. Okay, sounds good. I'm going to just set up a little base camp up here, I guess. I really like this area. I'm over here to your... It'd be good to get a furnace going. I don't have any cobblestone on me though. I can go get some. There's like a cave right underneath, right? Oh look, lava. That's actually really helpful. I nearly fell in just then. Let's start by making a wheat farm. Sounds good. I'm just gonna smelt my stuff. We should do it by the water. Yep. Yeah. I really didn't want to go in here yet, but okay. I wonder which way he went. Oh, he's down there, okay. Okay. I should keep it busy for a little while. No, I meant I meant keep my furnace busy for little while. I didn't mean you. Oh, do you have any iron? I would need a bucket. Yeah, I have tons of iron. Or not tons, but lots. I'm just gonna get this last piece and then come and find you. Um, Here he is, all the way down there. Oh, okay. I have a shovel. Ah, well, no, I need one more piece. Okay. There it is. On the ground. There you go. I'm just gonna go get an iron shovel and probably sleep through the night because, yes. Ah. Despite being so absolutely terrible at the game, I've actually been playing Minecraft since I was like 10 years old, pretty regularly. I haven't been playing PC version for that long. I used to play on my tablet all the time. There's a sheep staring at me. Hold on, I'll be right back. I have to go get something. What does the magic shovel have on it? Fortune 1. Uh-huh. My theory is that most players are actually really good at playing Minecraft, but Minecraft being the most played game in the world has so many players that are so good at it has a player base who thinks that they should be better. That's true. Yeah, we have like lots of high standards for how good you should be at Minecraft. But the thing is that I should be able to walk up a cliff face pretty easily without like... No, I understand. Makes sense to me. Understand. Understand. But even still, I like the basic mechanics of the game. I'm not coordinated enough, I guess. Dang it, my bed is all the way at the top of this cliff. Hold on. I'm getting there. I just made bad life decisions. Oh great, there's a skeleton by my bed. Whoop-de-doo. Flip. I made poor life choices. Why is he so fast? Oh my goodness. How close do they have to be to count? I do not have a weapon, so I will probably die. Yeah, I'm trying my best. Are they far enough away yet? Oh, finally, oh my goodness. Okay, now die. I guess I'm gonna bring my bed down there because that was way too much trouble. Copper, mate. Do you like building square gardens then? I have a pet chicken now. Just watching him do this because I don't really want to mess with him. His system. Is there like a cave right underneath this field? He's always obviously done this way more times than I have. Hey, Rockin'. Pockin'? Sorry, Pockin'. Hello. Welcome to the stream and welcome to the channel. I think you're new here, or if you aren't, you haven't commented before. This is 1.20.1, I think. The newest one that's actually supported. There's instructions to join the server in the description of the stream if you want to join. I got seeds, yep. Just a very few. I'm trying to get more. You're about to be 200 subs. Wait, one more? Really? Oh my goodness. Wait, that's so cool. I might be streaming when I get to 200. It's been stuck on like 195 for the past few weeks just because I haven't uploaded anything in the longest time. But yeah, we're almost there. Hey. Do you need do you need cords to get to where we are? Okay. Sounds good. You might just have to teleport it to us. Do I have... I guess I do. I don't think I have teleport. I don't have op. Oops. I don't have OP status on here, so... I'll make my way there in a bit. No worries. I don't know how to do that actually. Hold on. Let's see if my lab bench computer can run. Hi, Dorperman. Welcome to the channel. I literally just crashed Firefox. I don't think I've ever done that before in my life. Hey. Um. Firefox keeps on crashing, and I don't understand. Minecraft is easier to run than a lot of games. That is true. Considering how the generation is using Perl and noise. So, my stream provider is actually frozen, but the stream is still going. So I don't know what to do about that. I guess we're just stuck with whatever this is for the rest of the stream. And Firefox keeps on crashing, which I think is absolutely hilarious. Yeah. I can't repeat myself because Firefox keeps on crashing every time I try, so we're just stuck with no commands at all. I don't know what purloin noise is, actually. I use it in Unity. Sorry, let me just... This seed sucks, lol. Why is it... Sorry about the seed. It was just randomly generated. It's been a bit since I messed with Unity. I have not messed with Unity before in my life. Apparently my PS2 to USB keyboard has less than 3 key rollovers, so I need to switch keyboards. I literally have no clue what that means. That might as well be Latin to me. Jeremiah, I think when I broke my bed, you picked it up instead of me because I don't have it anymore. It's just a white bed. I don't know. Is there a story behind the name Bridge Wallet? What kind of machine are you using PS2 equipment? Thank you. It was a joke. Cause, you know, Bridge Wallet. I guess I'm too stupid to understand, sorry. Sheesh, there's a lot of bad guys. I need to build myself a house. This is terrible. Rage Wallet is a wallet company that sponsors people a lot like Honey or Squarespace. Oh, really? Okay. Nice. Can we go to sleep? Does everyone have beds? I don't have... Yes. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't have torches anymore. I'm about to enter the nether anyways. Man, he's speedrunning. Dang it. I'm going to die too. I have an IBM PS2 keyboard I got for $20. I don't have a bed. I'll flip. Well, I guess this is one way of taking care of skeletons. I love keyboards. I got to build my keyboard. My brother just built his own keyboard, like, today, I think. What are the specs of the keyboard? I built my PC when I was 13, it's still running strong well. That's so cool. My PC isn't running strong well. I tried to switch over to Linux, but my thumb drive hates me. Linux is for mad lads. I'm trying dual boot. I kind of did, but I did it wrong. So I had to start over, so I had to do right later. My thumb drive to copy with me. I'm running on a 2012 Pentium. I don't know what that means. With a Radeon HD. I don't do that much gaming. Well, I would only switch to Linux for cloud-based development. There are so many like smart people playing Minecraft with me right now, and I don't. None of this makes sense to me. I'm a computer science student, so Linux is helpful for me. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not a computer science student. I just do programming because for the funds. What kind of stuff do you program? I'm a computer engineering student, so Windows is helpful for me. All the software is for Windows. Yeah. Using Python, I made an AI that can find license plates in a picture. It kind of sucked though. That's really cool. Was there a reason why you're doing that, or is it just for fun? Computer engineers design hardware and operating systems. That's super cool. You guys are so smart. I'm over here, and the only thing I can do is draw. You're bored. My goodness. I'm sorry, what? Have you designed your own operating system? That's really incredible if so. That would be really awesome. Yeah, multiple, they all suck though. Oh no. I tried to make an OS, but I got stuck on a couple of errors. What were they for? Oh, flip. I guess there's like a zombie spawner down here or something, because there's no way there should be this many zombies. Oh, dang. They just keep on coming. Are you guys seeing this? What is this game? Oh, flip. It's always the baby zombies that get me. It's kind of insane though, man. Did you see how many zombies there were? I don't have any torches or coal or anything. They just don't stop coming. I don't know what's going on. If you ever want to get into cloud-based development, I suggest using Amazon services. AWS is it, I'm pretty sure. Did you build your operating systems totally from scratch, or did direct distros or something from scratch? Custom kernel and everything is seen. Oh my goodness. I'll flip. Support high school CS student. They just don't stop coming. I don't know where these all came from. There must be a spawner somewhere around here. I need to go get some torches. I don't know how to deal with this. It's probably a spawner. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's like a double spawner or something, because this is insane. Programming and drawing are similar in the sense that it's never your first time doing a project. That is true. It's a lot of trial and error. But I don't think I could ever do programming. I'm just not smart enough to remember all that stuff. I can't draw stick figures, lol. I mean, it's all about practice, really. I used to be terrible at drawing. I can draw using a library in Python. Hey, I mean, that kind of counts. Um, oh no! What happened? For being a single spawner, that was a whole lot of zombies. Oh no! That's not fair. When I migrated my account, I lost my skin and username. That sucks. At least you didn't have to buy it again. Microsoft did you dirty. True. I always get 13. It's like the only music disc I ever get. I only migrated for the cape. Didn't you have to migrate? I thought you weren't allowed to have Minecraft accounts anymore. Maybe I'm wrong. That's just what my brother told me. I delayed migrating and didn't get the cape. Oh no! I think I have the cape, but I don't like it. It's weird looking to me. You have to migrate after September something. Oh really? It's still going? I didn't know that. I didn't get a cape. I migrated my account in 2013 from Minecraft.net premium account to a Mojang account, and now in 2023 a Microsoft account. Most servers require migrating it now. Yeah. Okay. Where'd you guys come from? I'm gonna have like a stack of rotten flesh by the end of this. Why are you coming from up there? Back when you could play Minecraft as a Java applet in the browser of Minecraft.net. Man, I didn't even know how long ago was that. Oh man, a ravine. I love pirating games, real. I feel like the games, no, it was totally legit. I feel like the games that I really enjoy playing, I'm willing to pay people, the people that made them, because 2012, I was playing then, I guess. Wait, yeah, I was playing back then. I guess I didn't know that you could play it for free. We bought it for like $5 on the Google App Store, and now it's like, was it $30 something? I should build a house, but I really don't know what I want my house to look like. BattleBit is my favorite game currently. Hello, how is piracy not stealing? I was trying to say that I don't pirate games because if I really like a game, if I really like a game, then I'm willing to support the creators to put effort into it, I guess. That was what I was trying to say. Oh no! He was too busy talking about his piracy that he got killed by a zombie. That was the police. Or karma. Minecraft Java was $30 back then. You still needed to log into your Minecraft account to play, though I think it could have been a non-premium account to play single player. I meant like playing on my tablet, playing the Bedrock version. I think it was really cheap back then, like $7, $5. I can't really remember. It was a long time ago. But I remember it was like a big deal for me and my brother to convince my mom to get us an account to play on. And then we would fight over the same tablet, like which skins we would have on, and it was very interesting. It's not illegal to download pirated games, but hosting websites for it is illegal. Wait, really? I thought... Huh. I thought that if you download a pirate... Really? Minecraft Pocket Edition. Yeah. Legality aside, it's still immoral, is it not? Yes. But I don't think I'm the person to be having this conversation. It's immoral because people are entitled to be paid for their work. Yeah? It's illegal, but it is unenforceable. Oh, I see, because you can't... I get it. That's really interesting. I didn't know that. I guess I'm a bit of a hypocrite, though. I've pirated movies twice. We've gotten movies from friends before that we didn't know where they came from, whether they were actually, like, genuinely burned off of a movie and the movie was destroyed, or whether it was a file. Anyways, we didn't do the background check. I don't know if that counts as pirating because we didn't know where they came from. We assumed that it was ethical because of it was coming from some Christian friends we had, not just some random people. But I don't know. The whole thing about like downloading music offline, I would like to hear you guys' opinion on that, because I feel like if it's up on YouTube, then being immoral is irrelevant when it comes to Call of Duty. Spider-Man 2008 legal copy still legit work copy still works on a TV. I have Spotify Premium. Yeah, so I'm better. Okay, fine, you have the moral high ground. I'm too poor to afford Spotify Premium, or I guess too stingy with my money to afford it. I just mean, like, when you upload music onto... Is it illegal to download YouTube videos? I could not pirate songs. Sheesh, okay, I'm sorry. It's not legal to download YouTube videos. Really? Oh, okay. Me and my rooms have a family account, so we can all pitch into it. I found a really good cave. You happiness, good tidings, all that. Me and my friends. I didn't know that it was legal to download YouTube videos. No, it is legal. Oh, it is legal to download YouTube videos. I don't feel any guilt or something watching a pirated fan sub of a foreign TV show. If anything, the fan sub people should be getting paid. I mean, that's a different thing, because, like, you would never watch it if it was in a different language. I don't know. It's legal to download YouTube videos as long as you don't upload it. As long as it's because of copyright. Okay. Yeah, so I get my music off of YouTube videos. So that's legal, right? As long as you don't upload. Yeah. Sometimes I watch North Korean cartoons on YouTube without going to North Korea to get them. Is that immoral? Wait, where are you getting North Korean cartoons? How are you getting them? On YouTube. I mean, like, okay. Is there, like, specific channels that... I'm just wondering, like, how would you get them from North Korea? Because I thought it was supposed to be really hard to get media from them because it's North Korea. I don't want North Korea to get my IP. They're gonna send their Soviet-era nukes to me. I have no clue how people are getting those cartoons. Imagine like breaking into North Korea, like the most dangerous country to be in, and you just go in there to get cartoons and then leave. It's legal. It's legal to download YouTube in general because you are downloading it either way. The law makes no distinction between downloading that complies with YouTube TOS and downloading that doesn't. Believe it or not, Google does not get the credit to create laws. So, I don't have to feel bad about downloading music. Yay. Take that, Bridge Wallet. What police gonna do? Go to your house and search your files for YouTube videos. They don't even have to. They can just watch you from the internet anyways. Also, because copyright is considered positive law rather than neutral law, what is considered moral and immoral regards to copyright is defined by the state. That's true, but also, like, generic stealing is immoral regardless of what the state decrees, I guess. But that does make sense. Like, how do you define stealing? Moral is subjective to a lot of people. Yeah, but it's not to me. That is true, though. It's hard to legislate morality. I mean, stealing in a general sense is morally, objectively wrong. But then again, who defines what is stealing, I guess, is the question. It's up to people's religion mostly, probably. But people are born with a conscience. Like, people are born knowing what's wrong and right. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm a Christian. That's my YouTube thing. It's Christian stuff. I'm just playing Minecraft today as for fun, but it's... We have a moral code embedded in us. I mean, a child knows it's wrong to steal and lie, even if he does do it. And it seems like there are basic things that are just, across all religions, regions, and that kind of stuff. But yeah, and if you've got to follow if you've got to follow the collective religion, then you've got the objective ethics to follow. I mean, it's one of the arguments for the existence of God is that there is a set of moral principles that everyone in the world has and follows to some degree. The concept of positive law is distinct from natural law, which comprises inherent rights conferred not by the act of legislation but by God, nature, or reason. Yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying, that there is a difference between stealing is wrong and downloading things from the internet is wrong. You can download some awful, horrible things from the internet, so. Yeah. Well, obviously, yeah. One of the things that the Bible does say about it is that we're supposed to respect the authority as long as they don't go against God's authority. Render to Caesar what is Caesar's. So, when it comes to these kind of law things where, like, the Bible doesn't directly talk about, oh, this is wrong, objectively. Like, the Bible has nothing on piracy. It just has stuff on stealing. I think, in this case, we're supposed to follow the authorities if they don't go against God's wishes. And in this case, it's pretty obviously don't. My point is that as long as you're complying with with a law with regard to copyright, you are being moral. Theoretically, there could be a state which had not copyright laws, and in that case, it would be moral to redistribute works while stealing was made. While if stealing was made legal in a state, it would be still immoral to steal. That is true. Yeah. I understand that there are things that, yeah. So, breaking copyright is something that we need to follow the authorities over our countries and regions on. It's not something that is, like, legislated by God in the Bible. I would say it's immoral to judge people from a surface level details, but most people do it. It is immoral. The Bible actually says judge from holy understanding, not from appearances. Yeah. That is immoral, but, of course, lots of people steal and lie, too. Just because lots of people do something doesn't mean it's not immoral. It just means that lots of people are immoral. I guess it's like that whole thing, morals aren't defined by the people, they're defined by God. That's called rash judgment. Yeah, judging people based on, very little information without understanding. But you're right, it's also, yeah. Christ our Lord forbids rash judgment, which is about the inward intention or other in certain things, as Augustine states. Or again, according to Christendom, he forbade the judgment which proceeds not from benevolence, but from bitterness of heart. Yeah, I can actually find, like, a specific Bible verse where, that's said. Yeah, John 7:24, the New King James Version says, "Do not judge according to appearance, but judge with righteous judgment." And righteousness always refers to either God or being in line with God's standards. So in this case, we're not supposed to judge based on appearances, which humans do very easily by themselves. We're supposed to judge by God's standards, and this is actually something that came up in a Bible study I just had with someone. God's standards are that everyone is immoral, everyone is at fault, everyone has sin in them, but that God loves them still anyways, and he doesn't desire that any sinner should perish. So that's the standards we're supposed to judge people by, I think, is that these people, we're not just supposed to be like, oh, you're a terrible human being, you're going to hell. You should judge them by the fact that, oh, this is sin in this person's life, they're not getting saved, that's the one thing that matters, is that they're not going to heaven. That's the one thing that matters. And we should help them because of that, not, ignore them. Sorry, I missed that one. Judge by character, not appearance, basically. Yeah. There was that passage in well, I don't remember which book of the Bible it's in, but it's when David is getting crowned king, and Elijah comes and he's like, or not Elijah, was it Isaiah? I don't remember. One of the prophets comes and he's like, oh, this older son of Jesse, he looks so good, certainly he'll be king. And God's like, I judge by what's in the heart, not by appearances like man's standard is. And we're supposed to imitate God, Christ, whatever. So that's how we're supposed to look at people, is their character, their heart, not how they look. I'm not religious, but I do go by Bible morals sometimes. Do you think there's a God, Bridge Wallet? I'm just, it's my thing to talk to people about God. Hey, Robert was taken. Welcome to the stream and welcome to the channel. Oh, I just hit 200 subscribers. What? I'm getting killed by a spider. Is this happening? Thank you so much, Robert. I'm at 200 subscribers. I don't know how to think about that, I guess. That's crazy. Thank you so much. I don't really... What do people usually do when they get to, like, a big subscriber goal like that? I do think that there is a God, but most people use religion to get away with things, it seems, so I stay away from titles. I mean, that's understandable, that a God or a God. So what about the Bible, what about biblical morals do you think are worth following? Elbow reveal? I wouldn't want to steal the guy's thunder. My webcam is terrible on my computer. Bible studies are like my favorite activity, but it's not gone well recently as I've ended up opposing my Bible study teaching. Yeah, I usually get into arguments with people at Bible studies. I just realized my stream notifications are underneath my screen, but I can't fix that because oh yeah, nice, by hitting 200 subs. Thank you. My streaming program crashed, so I can't fix anything. School's starting in 4 weeks, I'm scared. Which grade are you in? I've been having to go to a Baptist church, so arguments naturally occur because I'm Presbyterian. Yeah, the whole denominational thing it's very spicy. What's like the major thing that you get into arguments about? Just because I don't know very much about denominations. As I said last stream, I don't know much. Religion has some of the most hateful people, no offense. That is true. You can rationalize a lot of things with Christianity and Islam and all these things, and people have been doing that for a long time. I think the most important thing is to look at the things that people are, look at the scriptures, look at the holy text, look at the teachings per the religion. That would be my best recommendation when it comes to this kind of thing, because oof. I'm glad I don't have my Muslim friend online right now, but Islam preaches several times that people who people that don't believe in Allah deserve to be killed. It says that several times in the text. It teaches a lot of like violent things, jihads, that kind of thing. And I really can't say anything about the other religions just because I haven't looked into anything much yet. But Christianity says that we're supposed to love people like God loves them. We're supposed to be people of peace, people of grace. It gives us a strong moral code to live by. And of course there's going to be Christians that completely disagree with there are going to be Christians that are pretty messed up people. Like, we've had some of the worst people in history have called themselves Christians. I mean, I think I even remember that Hitler called himself a Christian. But you don't judge a book by its readers kind of thing. You judge by its contents. Sorry, I've been missing the messages. Does the server go down when you go offline? Oh, sorry, one before that. Baptists really don't like them a Paleo-Baptist. That's true. I feel like the only thing I really know about Baptists is that it's a really strong community. So, like, outsiders are kind of, you're not really... But I don't know very much. Does the server go down when you go offline? No. I think it's supposed to stay up. Unless I have to, like, do maintenance on it, which probably is never going to have to happen. I have seen a lot of hate from atheists, specifically the dialectic materialists communities. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Dialectic. I've been reading the Quran a lot recently. Yeah, I read a little bit of the Quran because I have a Muslim friend that I was, having a debate with about Christianity and stuff, but we just both decided that neither of us were going to get, we weren't going to convince each other. So I kind of gave up on reading it. I'm not an atheist or religious, it's hard to explain. Yeah, I think they call that agnostic, where, like, you kind of believe that there's a God, but you're not sure, and you don't really have really have a religion that you follow. I don't read the Bible, but I do believe God. Belief in God without any particular religion is called deism. Yeah, okay, also deism. Hitler promoted something called positive Christianity. Yeah, but he also murdered millions of people, which is, a violation of one of the 10 Commandments. So, like, that was just my point. I was trying to say that just because people call themselves Christians doesn't mean that they actually follow Christian teachings. You have to judge you have to judge a religion based on what it actually says, not on the people that follow it. Because in every single group in the world, there'll be terrible people. Dialectic materialism is communism, Marxism. Oh, okay. Oh, so, sorry, I misunderstood what you said up there. Yeah. I mean, I get a lot of hate from pretty much everyone. I've even gotten some people from I've actually gotten some other Christians, being pretty mean to me. I don't have any Muslim friends, but I think that Islam is very interesting, and I want to do evangelism in the Islamic world one day. I think, like, it's, compared to all the other people I've evangelized to, Islam has got to be one of the hardest, just because they're so close and yet so far from believing in the actual God. And it feels like the Islamic text is written to counter the Christianity. You hit like three major walls when you're talking to people in Islam. Is that, one, if you're reading the Quran in anything other than Arabic, you're not reading it properly and you're going to misunderstand. Two, the New Testament is true, but it's been altered and it's not the same as it was then. And three, people of the book, all Christians, Muslims, Jews, or stuff, they're basically the same, and they worship the same God, and it's the same religion. And you can't really, like, push past those ideas. It's kind of one of the most frustrating experiences I had, was that I just couldn't. Yeah. No, Christianity is not dependent upon the apostolic creed. True Christianity is represented by the party, and the German people are now called by the party, and especially defer to real Christianity. The Führer is the herald. But, I mean, That's basically just a new religion, honestly. If you're saying that, oh, we're not going by the old texts that this thing was based on, we're going to come up with our own truths, that's just making a new religion. You can't even call that Christianity anymore. Yeah, mass murder is not something that anybody is permitted to do except God or by the permission of God. Yeah. That's why I stay away from titles. I mean, I have a friend that hates calling himself a Christian because he's a Jew. He's Hebrew, I guess. And he just doesn't like the idea that, well, the Christians and the Crusades and all that kind of stuff, he doesn't like being called a Christian, but he says he follows Jesus, or he calls himself a Messianic Jew. And that's how he doesn't like the title either, but he believes the same thing that Christians do. He just doesn't like being called a Christian. That's why I stay away from titles. A quote from Hitler's religion minister. Yeah. Wait, didn't God flood and kill a lot of people? Yeah, because God has the right to do things like that. We don't, because we're just humans. God doesn't like lazy people. Yeah. Well, I mean, slothfulness is a sin in the Bible. It's like one of the most overlooked ones in the Bible. Yeah, and I still feel like mass murder of any kind is not ethical besides being told by a god. Yeah. I think that's what Jeremiah was trying to say. Mass murder is always wrong. I think that the Prophet of Islam was correct about everything insofar as he knew what he was talking about, which wasn't much. So Islam philosophy is correct, but it's ignorant about Christianity and Judaism. I don't really... He said a lot of really messed up things. And... yeah. I'm pretty sure the whole thing is just a scam because he's like, oh yeah, I was visited by an angel. No, no one else witnessed it. No, I don't have any evidence for this, but you should be willing to die and kill other people for what I say. He doesn't have any evidence for what he believes. And in that sense, I just feel like the guy was just trying to scam a bunch of people. I mean, he got really rich off of creating Islam. Nobody should not be hating what people religions. We don't hate people for other people's religions, is that what you're trying to say? I think Christianity agrees that people in other religions are not, we don't hate them, but we try to save them nonetheless because we know that it's wrong. Exactly, Hitler was not Christian, he was pragmatist. Yeah. Himmler was a weird esoteric black sun pagan. Yeah. He came up with his own religion. That was what I was trying to say, is that even if someone calls themselves a Christian, it doesn't mean anything. You have to examine what they believe and compare it to the Bible, because that's the only standard for what a Christian is. The only mass murder I would allow are the murder of children. You know what I'm talking about. I am completely against abortion. I'm probably gonna get knocked off. But I mean, probably gonna get taken off of YouTube, but I'm completely against it. Murder of child. Yeah. Well, I mean, the way that he conceived of God was coherent and correct, but his doctrines were wrong and he was ignorant. I mean, I can definitely see that there's overlap between Yahweh God and... Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah. I completely misunderstood, yes. I'm gonna get to that in a second, sorry. I feel like there's a lot of overlap between the God of the Bible and the God of the Torah, but they're not the same. I mean, that's just from what I've read of the Torah. I mean, you'd have to read it for yourself to understand, but, you know. Big take, Christians, Jews, and Muslims worship the same God, but it's not the same. It's not enough to just worship the true God. It is necessary to worship God the correct way and not through false idols. I mean, I don't entirely agree with that, but I understand what you're getting at. There's actually a case of that in the Bible where the Samaritans were worshiping the same God, but they were also worshiping all their pagan ancestors, and they weren't doing it the way that God had prescribed in the Old Testament, so they weren't considered, they weren't actually God's chosen people because of that. So it's true. I think I definitely know that Jews and Christians are aware of the same God. I would disagree on the Muslim part, but I can see where you're coming from. Um, I suck at spelling, yes. What are you building there? No excuses. Oh, sorry, I was gonna say I just watched, sorry, my bad, Dot Torah Quran. I'm sorry. I am on very little sleep right now. I watched Sound of Freedom 2 days ago, I think, and I wasn't like very. I was like, oh, child predators are on the same level as like murderers and all these other, uh, crimes against the state kind of thing. I wasn't very enthusiastic about like that, but after I watched Sound of Freedom, it just I'm like, I I don't get angry very easily. I don't know if you can tell, but I don't get very angry very easily. But when I was watching one of the predators on Sound of Freedom, I was like, I was so angry. I could have, if that guy was like actually like really a bad guy, and if he was standing in front of me, I would not have a slightest bit of, um, I would just rip his arms off and like, killed him very gruesomely. I was so angry. So now, yeah, I definitely understand. Yeah, but I feel like it doesn't need to be like lynching like in the South when, or in, I'm thinking of the witch trials, the Salem witch trials, where like they just kill people without really investigating it. I think it needs to be legislated by the state. But yeah, I am totally for execution of child predators, because on the other hand too, it seems like one of those crimes where people who do it, even after they get out of jail, even after they've like done all this, gotten out of it, they're still gonna go right back to it. It doesn't seem to ever stop. What are you building there? I am trying to build a house because I've almost died 30 times because I've been chased around by bad guys. I support the state justly and legally executing, in accordance with all relevant laws and regulations. Yeah, I agree. You mean, I can never watch The Sound of Freedom. I watched it and they turned it off. Several of family friends said that they tried to watch it and they left the air conditioning off and the lights on, so you could barely even see the movie, and it was sweltering hot in there. When we went, it was fine. They turned the lights off and it was air conditioned. I guess they like finally gave up on trying to dissuade people from watching it. But like all the other theaters had 3 or 5 people in it, but that room that was playing Sound of Freedom had like, it was full. We could barely get seats next to each other. Me and my mom could barely get seats next to each other. I remember a Christian priest saying that he hates people who ignore religion, which is kind of hypocritical. Well, yeah, Christians aren't supposed to hate anyone. That's kind of the point of being a Christian. One of the points of being a Christian is you're not supposed to hate people. Because we were just as worse as they were. We were just as bad as they were when we were unsaved, kind of thing. Oh, sorry, Jeremiah. I didn't realize there's bad guys here. I was getting so involved in I'll just dig myself a hole. Because there's a big difference between a god and a ungod and a god. Muslims, Christians, and Jews worship a god which disagree on the attributes of God. That's true. We do agree on the fact that there is one true God and that, belief in anything else is not. Are they the only monotheistic religions? I thought there was more. I guess it depends on how you define Mormonism and Catholicism. I like defining those as different religions because they just, completely different creeds, I guess. But yeah, I understand what you're saying now. In the movie theater, I watched it and all the lights turned on 30 minutes in. Oh, that sucks. In the Quran, in Surah al-Baqarah, I don't know how to pronounce it, Allah starts drawing attention to himself by telling his prophet to recall all the miracles he performed in the past. So Allah recounts the story of much of the Bible but gets details wrong. Yeah, that's true. They do depend on the Old Testament, which was something I found really interesting. The conversation with my Muslim friend is that I was like talking about all these prophecies from the Old Testament and how like they clearly lined up with Jesus, especially like Isaiah 53 and all this. And he's like, well, no, this is talking about Muhammad. And I'm like, Muhammad didn't die on a tree. Muhammad, I think he was poisoned is what I remember. yeah, it just like a lot of things don't overlap properly, and they were like, and he was like, well, no, this is talking about Muhammad, the last prophet, and all this. Anyways, it was a really weird conversation. I live in the South, so there's really only one type of church, lol. That is true. I mean, yeah, you're hard pressed to find differences. I live in the South too. Sometimes I wish that there were fewer Baptist churches and more Presbyterian churches. Well, yeah, I haven't really like seen a non-denominational church down in the South. I mean, that's my denomination just because lack of better options, I guess. I don't really agree with a lot of denominations. I only went to church once. Would you be willing to try to go again, Robert? Or was it like a bad experience or what? What's your guys' chords? My chord is in the hole. Oh, Robert left. I was gonna give him my chords. There's theism, but Zoroastrianism is not monotheistic. I don't know what that means. No, there's definitely more monotheistic religions such as Sikh. Oh, right. But those are like the big three, right? Okay. He was either poisoned or got sick. It depends on which hadith you trust. Okay. Moonies, I guess, are monotheistic, but it's slightly syncretic. Moonies? Is that like... What are Moonies? Non-denominational churches are essentially just watered-down Baptist churches. I mean, you're not really wrong. There are a few Baptist things that I'm like, I don't technically agree on that, or I'm not certain about that yet, so I don't like calling myself a Baptist. And also, I really love Presbyterians just as people because they just, I don't know. My experience with them is a whole lot better, so I hate like putting myself in a category. I usually just say I'm Protestant or non-denominational because I really don't like putting myself in a category of a denomination. There's 3 major Abrahamic religions, but there's also a few smaller Abrahamic religions. Right. Okay. Man, I finally caught up on all that. Goodness gracious, it took ages. You've interacted with Presbyterians and you like us? Oh, I thought you detested our theology. That's good to hear. I don't know much about theology. I really like, I haven't done much research into it because I just really I don't care trying to be nice. It doesn't matter to me as much because if it's like something that's not about salvation or, how you interpret the Bible, I just don't think it really matters that much. It's all up to conviction. Zoroastrianism is a native religion of the Persians. Oh, okay. The Magi were probably Zoroastrian. Okay, cool. Also, when I do go to church only to spend time with family and respecting the religions, it's mostly singing these days and not a lot of Bible verses. Yeah, that's something I get a lot, even from the church. Since we went off to Papua New Guinea for like 7 years, we haven't been in America for a long time. We're in now. But that was something we noticed when we left. It was like good sermons and like strong teaching and Bible verses and all this. And we came back, it's like 5 hours of worship singing and like 3 minutes of, exaggerated, 3 minutes of sermon. And it's kind of annoying because it's like, wait, if we went to worship, we'll just turn on worship music or like have a different worship night or something. That is something that bothers me too. It's like, yeah, you go to church to hear sermons and be taught, not to I don't know, not to just sing. That sounds bad. I can tell flip phone notification in the background. I just got a new Galaxy and I keep on accidentally missing my mom's texts. So I've turned up notifications just in case I miss it. But I'm actually just getting texted by my fellow classmates from Papua New Guinea. Some of the differences definitively matter. For example, many of us say that baptism saves. That's a salvation issue, right? Okay, that's true. Yeah. I mean, that's something that I got in an argument with someone about. I feel like the biggest evidence against that would be that the sinner on the cross next to Jesus was never baptized, yet Jesus said he'd see him in heaven. I feel like it's not a salvation issue, it's more about, representation of, my goodness. It's like a picture of our regeneration in Christ kind of thing. Rip bed. My friend Ted made a video about baptismal regeneration. I can't copy the link, sorry. The new covenant began when Jesus died. The thief died before Jesus. Oh, I haven't heard that before, actually. That's interesting. I always compared the argument about baptism with the idea that Paul and Paul had this huge argument with Christians about whether new converts, like non-Jewish converts, should be circumcised, because circumcision was also a symbol of, God's mark on people. Like, that was his claiming of them, I guess. And I always compared circumcision with baptism. And so I don't know. I always thought that in that sense, Paul got upset because he's like, no, people don't need to be circumcised to be Christians. I feel like it's the same sense with baptism, but honestly, the fact that so many people believe that baptism is a saving matter probably means they have a lot of evidence, and I'm not well educated enough to talk about this. I feel like Christians should definitely get baptized if they have the option, if they have a chance. They should get baptized, not just for salvation, but also, this is you giving your life over to God. You're becoming a new creature. But again, it's kind of like appearances don't matter. What happens on the exterior doesn't matter. It's a change of heart, I guess. Baptism of the heart, less baptism of the body. But again, that's just an uninformed opinion. I don't know if you heard this, but there are a lot of stories of Christian camps and priests are called child preds. Yeah. Yeah, again, there's going to be gross people and nasty people in every group. It's unfortunate that Christians also have them, but you're right. Overblown, you are far more likely to be molested by a public school teacher. That's kind of true. Council of Jerusalem, baptism is a new circumcision typology. Also, what do you think about Paedio-baptism? We're actually Paedio-Baptists, but we say it's, in a sense, the new circumcision. Could you explain Paedio-Baptists a little bit better? I got baptized when I was young, and I'm not a Christian. Weird. Yeah, a lot of people got baptized when they were really little and then fell out of the faith. I don't think it's a saving matter, because then a lot of people who aren't Christians would end up in heaven anyways. Most of the weird moments in the Bible can be explained by typology. That's true. I mean, there are some cases where it's like, what on earth is going on here? I think, like, the Genesis verse about, like, the sons of God coming down and falling in love with the sons of women, like, what's going on here? But you're right, there's a lot of typology. Well, anyone who's baptized is marked permanently as a Christian. I disagree, but again, I really don't know. I haven't done a lot of research into this. Well, to be fair, I was young and couldn't really say no. Yeah. Paedio-baptism is infant baptism. Oh, okay, I see. I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt, but I also don't think it's, like, essential. I guess. I had a friend I got in an argument with this about, because she believed that if a baby died in the womb, that the baby was headed to hell automatically just because it wasn't baptized. Which I can't understand how that works. Paedio-baptism, baptism of children, Anabaptism, baptism of adults. Yeah. Okay. I just hate how people force religions on each other. It's really annoying. Yeah, well, religion should never be forced on people. It should be a decision, otherwise what's even the point? It doesn't matter. But also in the same sense that I think it's important for people, for Christians, I guess, because I'm a Christian and I'm, biased. Christians need to raise their children in a Christian environment. Give them a chance to, like, read the Bible, know really strong doctrine, get closer to God, pray and stuff. And then the children make a decision after they get out of the family's household. I think there's like there's a difference between forcing your religion on people that you meet on the street or friends or relatives. There's a difference between that and like raising your children in a friendly Christian environment kind of thing. But that doesn't necessarily mean you will be saved. You are baptized necessarily. So you can only be saved if you're baptized. But if you're baptized, it doesn't necessarily mean you're saved. Is that what you're saying? Oh, sorry. Whoa, thank you. In the YouTube comments. I'm glad you could join us. My parents are Christian and I just stopped believing because of certain events in my life. Would you be willing to share about that? Because the debate is open. Common views that the unborn are deprived of the beatific vision due to original sin but suffer no punishment because they have no personal sin. I agree with that. Presbyterians teach that children born to one or more Christian parents are born into the covenant. So we raise our children as though they are already Christians, not as though they may one day become Christians as a profession of faith. I mean, I believe what you believe, but I've never heard, it explained like that, I guess. But that makes a lot of sense, because it does say children are under the authority of their husband, of the parents, so that makes sense. Then in that case, if a non-Christian wife and a Christian husband, I don't know. I love how, like, I've just not been able to. I am a have to see to believe kind of guy. I am the same way, I guess. I mean, I've had an advantage because I have really strong Christian parents, been raised in a Christian community. But, I guess it was more like, I believed in God, called myself a Christian, I was okay with all of that, but it wasn't, like, serious for me, I guess. It didn't matter so much to me. But then I actually started watching Living Waters videos by Rick Comfort, and one of his major things that he always says is that you can clearly see that there's a God just by looking at the world around you. One of the examples he uses is that if he's walking out to the shed and he sees leaves on the ground and he like puts them in a little line, and his wife comes behind him to like give him a sandwich or something and sees the leaves in a little line, he's like, oh, I guess my husband was messing around with leaves, or that's kind of funny that he did that. Like, she immediately recognizes that was human intent, or like there was intelligence behind it. The fact that some leaves fell in a line. He said, how much more so can we say that when we look at things as complicated as DNA and how like the laws of the universe work together? The existence of the universe itself is enough evidence for me that there is a God. But then when it comes to there being the God, like the God of the Bible, I guess for me, it's because I've seen so many miraculous events in my life, like the fact that I should have died multiple times throughout my childhood, and I didn't. Like, very dramatically should have died. That was my evidence for me, I guess. And then after I accepted the Lord into my heart, the fact that the Holy Spirit absolutely transformed my life, the fact that I'm a completely different person than I was when I was a child, just feeling the presence of God in my heart, that was evidence, again, for me to believe that the God of the Bible is true. It's, that's just what it worked for me. I mean, it's different things for different people. A lot of people, they feel the Holy Spirit moving them towards the choice, I guess, and it's just, you have to be open to the idea of God existing, I guess, and it's just something that you can't really explain, except if you've been, you know what it's like when you've been through it, but it's really hard to explain to someone else. It's this feeling that, like, I don't know, it feels like the Holy Spirit is coming into you, but I don't really know how to explain it better than that. as you believe. Baptism of desire and blood are, of course, still real things, not of finite. If someone dies in a state of mortal sin, unrepentant sin, they cannot be saved as they have been rejected by God. Okay, that makes sense. So it's kind of hard to believe in something based off pages of a book. Yeah, seems to be a huge stumbling block, that the fact that the Bible is an old book, and that's what we're supposed to believe. I mean, it'd be really hard for me to like try to explain why the Bible is valid and like worth reading on the spot, because I don't have anything. I think I made a video on this though. If not, I can find one that I agree with. Hold on. Yeah, I have to find one from I'm gonna put the link in the YouTube chat if you want to look at that. No worries if you don't want to. Well, priori knowledge exists. You can know things without experiencing it. That is true. But there are pictures of past experiences and artifacts. But I did say I do believe in God, not just down on religions. Yeah, I get that. I understand. Is right comfort a my goodness, I can't even speak. I have to look up what that means because I'm not 100% certain. This extreme school of Christian apologetics that examines the presuppositions on which the worldviews are based and invites comparisons and contrasts between the results of these presuppositions. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if he categorizes himself or anything. I'm not sure what exactly my position on children who die in the womb is, where they go. All elect infants go to heaven and all reprobate infants go to hell. That much is clear. I'm just trying to figure out which infants are elect or reprobate. I feel like... Have you guys heard of like the doctrine of, or no, the idea of age of accountability? The idea that up to a certain point, children aren't responsible for their own sin actions and stuff. So like up to a certain point, they won't go to hell if they die. And like for different people, it's different. Hold on, there's people in the chat. Instructions on in-stream description. I would like to believe that infants that die in the womb are reincarnated, but unlikely. Yeah, I mean, that seems like one of the more far out views. Honestly, when it comes to what I believe, I know that God is fair, he's kind, and he's loving, and he won't do anything that's immoral, so I completely trust him in whatever he decides to do with children. But it's still a question I always like thinking about. Jeremiah is a Calvinist. Feels good to discuss religion with level-headed folks. Yeah, I'm glad that you are, comfortable talking to us. Age of accountability is 7. Is that, like, based on the Bible or based on science or what? I would like to believe that infants that die in the womb... Have you read that? The age of accountability idea is unbiblical in my opinion. God hated Esau when he was in the womb, and he loved Jacob while he was in the womb. Okay. So then are you saying that Esau didn't have a chance of going to heaven? I'm just trying to figure out what you believe. I'm really um, uninformed and all this kind of stuff. Precepts say that we must presuppose God and that our natural faculties and logic morals, etc. cannot be trusted. In contrast, natural theology suggests that our rational faculties do work and that we can know God and his attributes from reason. I feel like I believe in a little mix of both, that we can't trust ourselves because we're corrupt human beings and that we have sin in our hearts and that we can't trust our own morals. We have to base it on something else. But at the same time, I believe that you can know that there is a God, and you can know what kind of God he is, at least like he's loving, he's creative, he's omnipotent, he's all powerful, he's all knowing, from reason without knowing the Bible. And I feel like you can trust the Bible because of reason. I don't know how he falls on that spectrum. I know very little, as you can tell. Some people are damned from all eternity, reprobate, and some people God has chosen to be saved from the very first elect. This is part of Calvinism. Yeah, I mean, I think I did a stream with Sunby on this at one point, is that I am, like, both Calvinist and anti-Calvinist. I believe that there are people that God knows are not going to go to heaven from the beginning of time, and that God directs events to lead people to himself, but I also feel like at the same time we have a choice, and those two work together. But I would suggest watching that stream because I don't have a lot on me right now. I had a lot of notes when I was doing that stream then, and I don't have any notes on me right now, so I wouldn't be able to go into depth on that topic. I would like to think that hell isn't burning in fire, but not eternal life. I think that's like a huge movement in Christianity nowadays, is that, hell isn't actually fire and stuff, and I don't understand it, because like there's so many mentions of fire and lake of sulfur and burning and eternal suffering throughout the entire Bible, and I don't understand like how people are like, oh, it just means that we're separate from God, or it just means that we're not living eternally, we just kind of like blip out of existence. And I'm like, what evidence can you find of that in the Bible? I don't understand. Some people say that fire is like a metaphor, and I'm like, what metaphor is repeated every single time that hell is talked about? I don't know. I do think that there's different like levels to hell, I guess, that there isn't always that I think worse people, I don't know. This is somebody did a video on this, and I don't remember the argument, but I think there are levels to hell. Like, some people have worse punishment than others. No man ever played any part in his own conversion, is what we say. I saw that stream. Yeah. I mean, I can totally agree with, I can totally see where you guys are coming from. Calvinists are predestined to be cringe. Oh no! Well, then don't burn in fire. I mean, you still have a choice to come to Christ. Sweet PC, or however you pronounce your name, is just roasting Jeremiah now. Okay, from the YouTube chat is, God gives us opportunities, and he does know because he's all-knowing, but we have free will and can choose if we were willing to conform to his will or not. That's what I believe too. Sorry, I'm getting text from my grandma. I need more time for such a significant decision. That is, yeah, but the thing is like, you could die tonight in your sleep, and, I mean, I think you understand what is true. I think you know what's true, but I know for me, before I was saved, it was my own love of sin that was holding me back from making the decision to follow Christ. It wasn't like, oh, I don't really believe this. Looking back, then that's what I thought. But looking back, I knew it was actually because I loved my sin too much. I just didn't want to stop sinning. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I can get your stuff. Sorry. Which direction were you when you blew up? My goodness, I can't find you. Oh, got it. What sin was that? Lust was my major thing, is that if I knew that, if I became a Christian, I couldn't, you know, I couldn't continue in that kind of sinful behavior. But, like, just sin in general, I guess, I didn't want to stop. I liked having the quote-unquote freedom that came with just, you know, doing whatever I wanted to, not having to be morally accountable. But at the same time, being raised in a Christian family, I knew that wasn't right. It wasn't, you know, it doesn't matter if I want to do something or not. God's gonna punish me anyways. So that was the main thing that was holding me back. I knew God existed. I knew He was real. I knew who He was. I knew the Bible was honest. But it was sin that was holding me back, not disbelief, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Chords. I don't know how much of the stuff is yours or mine. I wasn't paying attention. Honestly, with Christianity, it's more of the people that are in it that are holding me back. Yeah. Have you had, like, bad experiences with, like, what Christians, with specific Christians, or is it just, you just see in general that we are often, you know, hypocrites? I don't know whose stuff this is. What? Hello? In general. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's kind of annoying, like, how many different beliefs there are in the Christian church. Like, I mean, you got full spectrums from, well, I mean, even on the LGBTQ topic, like, you got people who are like, we should celebrate this, we should do all these all these things for them, and these people are awesome, and that it's not a sin. And then you got people on the other end that absolutely, like, you know, we should never talk to LGBTQ people, like gay people, we should just avoid them completely, don't let them in our church, kind of thing. And it's kind of frustrating, because it's like, why can't you guys just agree? And then when you get to hypocrisy, it's also really frustrating, because it's like, if you're gonna tell other people Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. A lot of Christians will say to love everyone, but the next sentence will say they hate someone. Yeah. I mean, loving everyone is really hard, and I think every Christian is going to mess that up. But there are some people that are worse at it than others, or like some people that aren't even trying to, love other people. They just say love other people, but then they completely ignore it later on, I guess. I feel like my major thing is that people will say love everyone, and then they refuse to do evangelism, or they refuse to help people, or they refuse to even interact with non-believers. They just go to church on Sunday and that's it. I feel like that's the worst kind of hypocrites to me, because I'm like, if you believe that other people's sin is going to get them into hell, that you believe that they need God in their lives, why aren't you doing anything about it? Why aren't you telling them? Like, that's so awful. Typology is very interesting. For example, Mary as the new Ark of the Covenant, the Lamb of the Binding of Isaac as the prototype of Christ. I haven't heard of the first one. I've heard of the second one. That one's like one of my favorites. I like seeing like types of Christ or images of Christ in the Old Testament, because it's like, from like hindsight, you can definitely see it's obvious that Jesus was the one that was you know, he was the one that was being prophesied. He was obviously the Messiah. He's obviously legit, kind of thing. Yeah, I really like looking at typology. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Also, some Christians do not respect other religions. I feel God would respect other religions. I mean, it depends on what do you mean by respect? Like, I think it's important to treat them as human beings. Yeah, sorry. Most of them are in the chest, I think. Some of them are in my inventory still. Your stuff. But on the other sense, when going back to respect religions, other religions, is that there's a difference between like treating these people like normal people and realizing that just as they are in those religions, they're not gonna go to heaven, and it's important to tell them that. Why would God respect other religions? I mean, so like not all religions save. It's kind of obvious to me, because it's like, is that all? Did I miss some things? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious with the differences between religions that not all of them can be correct at the same time. So like, recognizing that they're wrong is important, but also being graceful and humble to them is also important, I guess. Is that everything, Jeremiah? I'm sorry. What do you mean by respect? Well, if they're wrong, they're wrong. Your armor. I didn't pick it up, sorry. It's just relativism. No worries, Jeremiah. If there is one true religion, why is there so many? Because, well, here's the thing. So, how do I answer this question the best way possible? There is a God, and I think people, yeah, fallen human nature is a pretty good way of saying it, is that we're humans, we make mistakes, we sin, that kind of thing. Why wouldn't God try to spread the message of one true religion? He is, but he's not going to force anyone to accept it. I mean, that's why he's loving. He's not going to force anyone to be a Christian. He is spreading his religion. I mean, the fact that I grew up as a missionary kid in Papua New Guinea and that we've seen so many miracles just allowing us to be there and that we've seen lives turned around and all this stuff. I mean, God is working. He is bringing people to himself, but he's never going to force anyone to accept himself as God. He's going to always be there. He's going to be obviously there. He's going to be like, this is me, this is true. But he's never going to force anyone to be a Christian. That's just a part of his nature. And, yeah. I mean, we're humans, we make mistakes, we like being selfish. I think it's someone said that, and religions besides Christianity are either two things, like trying to earn your way to heaven and worshiping yourself. I think those are the two pitfalls we really fall into, and real Christianity is like the only religion that doesn't do that. That nothing we do is going to save ourselves, and that nothing is about us. It's all about God. Christianity reached everywhere. Yeah, Christianity is pretty much everywhere. I mean, it's kind of that whole thing, like everybody is heard, except if you're like in the middle of the jungles of Papua New Guinea and you haven't even. But yeah, Christianity has reached pretty much everywhere. If anyone saith that man be justified before God by his own works, whether done through the teaching of human nature or that of the law, without the grace of God through Jesus Christ, let him be anathema. Yeah. I mean, you go through every religion and all of them will say that either you have to do this certain thing or follow this certain code of laws or do this or do that and then you get into heaven. Or on the other hand, it's just you don't have to do anything, it's all about you. It's the world is about you, and I think that's why I always define progressive Christianity as a completely different religion than actual Christianity, because it's a worship of self, not a worship of God. It's that God loves you, and God wants you to be happy, and God does all these things for you, and this is what it's all about you, this kind of thing, and that's not what Christianity is about at all. When you read the Bible, that we're just lowly servants of God. I mean, the word slave, douloi, or doulos, or however you pronounce it, is that's used so many times to describe Christians that it basically means slave. It's often translated as servant because it's a less harsh word, but it means slave, that we're slaves to God, that it's not about us, it's all about God and his sacrifice for us, and he's the one that's at the center of the Bible. I don't know, telling someone they'll burn in fire and be in the worst pain ever for not believing in someone you can't see. Is that a finished sentence? Sorry. I think, I mean, it's not really like, I mean, it kind of would be a bad way of doing things if it was humans doing things, but like, that's how God has set it up. That's what God says, is that that's what happens if you die without a saving faith in Jesus Christ. It's not us making the rules. But I understand where you're coming from. It kind of feels harsh. But I mean, it's true. It's just kind of reality. I have a question. Do you think the Quran is beautifully written? The way the Quran tries to prove itself is through its beauty. I I don't know. I haven't read enough to like. I've read parts, not so much the whole thing together, so I don't really know. The parts I have read, it kind of felt poetic. Like it naturally flowed, but I don't know. I think I get too stuck on the content, not so much how it's written, I guess. And the content is it's pretty ugly. But that's just my own opinion, I guess. And if you are in doubt about what we have sent down upon our slave Muhammad, then produce a writing like this one and call upon your witness other than God. If you should be able to be truthful. If you should be truthful. But if you do not, and you'll never be able to fear the fire. I don't know. I mean, it just sounds normal to me, I guess. Man does not understand how bad his sins are. That's absolutely true. I think it's one of these major things is that sin clouds our judgment. If we're living in sin without Jesus in our lives, we don't realize how awful we are. We don't realize how sinful we are until after we come out the other end of it. And now looking back, I can see, well, the major thing is like my sins nailed Jesus to the cross is one of the major things is that Jesus had to die because I sinned. And that just like puts a whole another perspective on sin. But even as Christians, it's hard to understand the full gravity of sin. But God is deadly serious about sin. Like even small sins like lying, he's so serious about it. We won't even be able to understand until we get to heaven. And that's a really good point that we don't understand our own. We don't grasp the severity of our own sins. It is to me. If I hadn't converted to Christianity, I would have converted to Islam. The Quran, and this sounds blasphemous to me, it sounds more beautiful to my ears than the Bible or any other writing. I guess I'm just not like poetic enough to appreciate it. It just sounds normal to me. Sorry. No, that's good. The Quran is evil, so it's good if it sounds ugly to you. Yeah, okay. I mean, I've heard that before too, that it's supposed to be like one of the best writings of the ancient era, and I'm reading it, I'm like, it just sounds normal to me. And yeah, I get stuck up on the content of the things, not so much the how they're laid out, so yeah. I was not expecting to have such like in-depth conversations playing Minecraft. This is pretty cool. Lord, I'm not worthy, and you should enter under my roof. I'm not worthy that you should enter under my roof, but only say the word, and my soul shall be healed. Why has the Bible been edited so much after its creation? Can you think of a specific example that you're thinking of? Yeah, I'm not a fan of documentary hypothesis. I mean, we have very few pieces of the Bible left from like the times it was originally written. But like we have few scraps from archaeology and this kind of thing, and every single scrap has lined up almost perfectly with what we have nowadays. And if it, where it's changed, it's like a small change in the word, like from a walk to a stroll, or messing up of pronouns and that kind of thing. I mean not pronouns, of adjectives. But there are certain cases where it feels like where it's obvious that parts of the Bible have been added or taken out in translation or like moved around. I mean, I don't really know the reasoning behind the people who did that, but we still have access to the early text, like the original copies, where it's like this is more likely to be what was actually written to begin with. Not the Bible itself, but the concept. So like the Bible has been preserved well enough that we don't have to worry about major doctrinal changes from its writing. Yeah. Followers twist the Bible's concept. That's why we believe in magisterium. Well, I mean, you can always mess up beliefs, I guess. Oh, okay. Man, we got like the entire spectrum of beliefs on here. Yeah, it seems like you're really stuck on this idea that Christians don't follow their own teachings. And I guess the only thing I can say is do better than people that have come before you, I guess. Oh my goodness, stop fighting, you two. Yeah, Christians don't follow our own teachings. That's why we need a savior. True that. Do you guys want me to play music? I've gotten too invested in this conversation to like actually play Minecraft. The more and more I come up from the surface and look at my house, the more ugly it looks. It's pretty bad. What's the purpose of the Bible if one doesn't follow its teachings? I mean, exactly. You nailed that. You put the nail on the head. That if you don't follow Christ's teachings, it's not only really dangerous for a Christian, it can also mean that you're not an actual Christian. I mean, that was really well said. We are supposed to follow its teachings. Yeah. God condemns multiple times in the Bible people who hear and don't listen kind of thing. I think they're like under more condemnation if they've heard the Bible, if they've read the Bible, if they've like grown up in it and they still don't follow it. That's like more serious than just not following it to begin with. We're supposed to follow the teachings. The Bible doesn't help you if you don't follow its teachings. As for they who don't follow the spiritual teachings, you're certainly to be damned. Yeah, I think I get what you're saying. There are things that if you don't believe in the Bible, as in like Jesus Christ is God and that he came and died for our sins and he's capable of taking away those sins, you're not going to get into heaven if you don't believe in those things. But yeah, that's the point of the Bible, is that we're supposed to follow it, and it's not the Bible's fault, it's not God's fault if Christians don't follow it. It's really messed up that a lot of Christians won't believe the things that they're teaching and preaching, or they're twisting what the scripture says, or they're not following it just in general. But I mean, there are always going to be false converts to Christianity. Not everyone who says they're a Christian are actually Christians. And you can tell who's a real Christian by who follows the Bible and who has the fruits of the Spirit. The point of Christianity is that we are sinners, but God died to forgive us. Yeah, that's that's the Bible in a sentence right there. You have to love God, and if you love him, you will keep his commandments. And oh, happy fault, unnecessary sin of Adam, which gained from us a sweet Redeemer. Yeah. Believe on the Lord Jesus Christ and you'll be saved. This wandering trader is driving me nuts. I don't know, why are you following me around? Hello, I'm new to your channel. I need help. Welcome to the channel. What do you need help with? Do you know how to make a mod? You know how to make a mod, do you? Yeah, I do know how to make mods, I think. I've gotten so wrapped up in these conversations, I have to actually start building the church. Yeah, I know, I'm like, I've not done anything for the past 15 minutes, I've just been wandering around. What server are you the mod? The instructions for getting to the server are in the description of the stream, and I am the mod, but I don't have OP status because I broke the server provider. The fact about hell is that God is perfectly just and will punish everyone perfectly. Religion is interesting because of the depth. Yeah. What do you need help with, David? Oh, thank you for the subscription. I didn't see that. Sorry. Oh, cool. So how do I make one? I wanted to make a demon boss mob. Oh, a mob. Sorry, I thought you said mod as in like a moderator of the channel. I don't know how to make, um, but my brother does. If I don't know how to get you in contact with him, but he knows how to make mods like that. I'm certain you could find, I'm sure you could find a tutorial on YouTube. Minecraft Bible time for real. Yeah, of course. Where are you? In the Minecraft world? Did you already join? I didn't see you join. Want a team. I'm sorry, I don't really understand. Do you want to play Minecraft with us and you just are not able to get on the server, or are you already on the server and you just can't, um, and you just can't find me, or are you talking about something different? I wanted Minecraft so much, I'm so broke, like. Oh, do you not have Minecraft? Negative $1 in bank account. I'm so sorry. You came on? So you're on the server? Patate? Sorry. What do I do? I am Marlix. There's no one named Marlix on the server. Are you... maybe you typed in the wrong address? Davi, do you have a job, or are you just like, are you out of work temporarily, or what? Sorry, the conversation got put on a hold. I mean, Bridge Wallet, if you have any questions at all, I would definitely try my best to answer them, because, I mean, that's kind of the point of my channel, is to answer questions about Christianity. But, I mean, you probably already can tell, I don't know everything about everything, especially when it comes to denominations and that kind of thing. I'm not the most knowledgeable, but I will try my best. Read the description, figure out how to join. Yeah. Yeah, the instructions for joining are in the description. I thought they were pretty clear, but I maybe did them. They may not be that clear. I can't get a job yet. I'm sadly not old enough for that. So, are you... your parents won't buy Minecraft for you, or what? Newadvent.org is a great source for Christian info. Yeah, I usually like for science stuff. I always go to Answers in Genesis. That's like the only website I use permanently, like continuously. I don't really. Yeah, I'll look at New Advent. That sounds pretty cool. I'll usually actually look up YouTube videos of other people who made YouTube videos on the kind of stuff that I want to do. You are on Potato. There's no one called Marlix on the server right now. You might have typed it in wrong. Which theologians do you like? Um, just like people who lead in Christianity, or do you mean like people who actually like have a doctorate in theology or that kind of thing? Yeah, I don't think they got enough money for it. Oh, sorry. It took me a long time to convince my parents to buy it because we've always been kind of short on money. The Bible is super long though. It is super long. If you want somewhere to start, I would suggest one of the Gospels. I think John is probably the best one to start with if you're just getting into it. People who write books about theology and stuff give their theological opinions. I To be honest, I usually get all my theology from YouTube. I don't read theological books very often. Um I don't know if he counts as a theologian, sorry, I can't speak. But I like watching a guy called Mike Winger. He does YouTube videos like long streams and that kind of thing, answering questions and stuff. He's really good at answering questions about theology and just Christianity in general. I really like his stuff. John's probably the best to start with. I first read Luke though. Yeah, I first read Matthew just because it was the first one, but yeah, John's probably the best one to start with. If you start reading from Genesis, you'll be stuck reading King's List and Family Trees for a while. Yeah, don't start from Genesis because you will get bored of it within like 5 minutes. Mike Winger's pretty good. I like him. Yeah, he's a pretty good guy. I always see, also like, what do you meme? I don't know if, again, I don't really know what counts as a theologian. He's a pretty good, he's really good at, like, making Bible stuff, entertaining. Is there such a thing as doing church at home? Well, yeah, there is. If you can watch churches online. Most larger churches actually, like, broadcast their services online. But, the problem is, like, finding a good church to broadcast from, I guess, because when you're going to a church, you can usually tell by the people that you meet at the door whether it's a good church or not. But online, you kind of get what you get, kind of thing. Not really. It says, I don't know, Sweet PC. Woe says I personally like Matthew because it's very in-depth. Yeah, but it's probably not the best thing to start with. If you can get Christians to come to your house and churchly activities, then yes. It's not recommended. I wouldn't recommend doing online church because, it's not really, you're not really spending time with other Christians. You don't have a chance to ask questions. But if that's what it takes for you to start, investigating Christianity and stuff, go for it, I guess. I would just recommend that if you do make the decision to come to Christ, that you get yourself a good body of believers, really strong Christians to, support you and answer questions and, that kind of thing. Because that's how God intended the church to be, like, not individual. He says, blessed are those who two or more come to worship, I think, or something like that. Again, paraphrasing. If you get praying to God and reading the Bible as church activities, I assume. Yeah, those are things you do by yourself, but there's also, like, a large part of Christianity that you're supposed to do as a community. The Bible describes Christianity, or Christians, as a family. He describes, like, God is at the head, either as the father or husband role, and the church, it's a big family. We're supposed to be in community with each other. We're supposed to, like, be supporting each other. It's really important to have that connection with other people. You can probably agree just from, like, living life is that you like spending time with people that agree with you, that believe what you believe, and that, you can feel like you can talk to about things and ask questions about. So nobody went to church during COVID. Yeah, basically nobody went to church unless they wanted to break the law, which several churches did, and I thought that was pretty cool of them to do. Because again, it's like God's authority over the government's authority. God told us to go to church, so we went to church. I'm still trying to find a good church to go to, but most of the Presbyterians in my area are pretty liberal, except for one. I want to go to church with my family, but my family doesn't like the churches and the Presbytery. Yeah, it's hard finding a new church. That's something I found even here. It's like I go to my grandma's church or I go to my family church before, but I don't really like either of them just because for like personal preferences. It's hard to come to find a church that I really like, I guess. The state shut down everything and there was a suspension that was given out. Yeah. Honestly, I can't bother with church because most churches are just singing, like I said earlier. If I'm going to be at church, I want to read verses and learn. That is a part of the homily. Worshipping God isn't supposed to be the same as school. I have a church. I have a church that we used to go to when I was growing up. It has a lot of singing, but it also has really good sermons. If you want me to send a link to that, I can. I would just recommend that you like go church searching, I guess is the right word for it. Find a church that, it fits your standards, like, right amount of preaching, right amount of singing. Because worship is important, but I agree, a lot of churches have way too much worship. But also make sure that what they say is very, true to God's word, what the Bible actually says about things. David Sindesari says, I remember playing Minecraft on my Xbox 360. Good times. The Xbox broke and I've never seen it again. It was really sad. Aw, sorry. We always used to play Minecraft on Bedrock Edition. Actually, I think you can play on Minehut servers with Bedrock. I think that was the newest update. And Bedrock is a whole lot cheaper, from what I remember. I still know you're there, Patate, but I can't figure out where you are, because you're not on the server. I just don't know where you went. My sister has T-Launcher in the PC, but she also said it's filled with viruses, so I can't play. I used to use T-Launcher, but yeah, it wasn't really good for me, I guess. It just didn't work with my computer. At uni, I go to Ordinate Catholic Church. Unfortunately, attendance continued to be too low, very niche target demographic, and the bishop took our priest until we got higher numbers. Oh, that sucks. Do you need help, Bridge Wallet? I don't know where you are, but you seem to be struggling a little bit. I do have Christian friends convincing me to go to church with them, so I might consider it. Yeah, I mean, it's always good to go to a church with someone else if they've recommended it, because, yeah, you trust them, so you can trust the church they go to, I guess. I can play single player in T-Launcher, though. Yeah, that's nice that you can at least play single player. Sorry you can't play online, though. That really sucks. I played Pocket Edition when it came out. It really sucked in the past. I didn't have the cave, and fire was broken. It was spread everywhere. We never, updated our Bedrock Edition, so we were stuck on, the horse update for several years. We didn't realize you could update because we were little kids. Yeah, the Nether Reactor. I remember that. That was... that was interesting. I remember when the horse update came out, I was so happy because I was the horse girl kind of thing, even though we didn't have horses. I was like, oh yes, finally horses. And then we just never updated after that. It was kind of funny. We were just stuck on that update for the longest time. So we missed a lot of cool things. And then we finally figured out how to update the app. Which, it wasn't that hard. I don't know why we were having problems with it. When we finally figured out how to update the app, it was everything for the past 5 years had been updated. And I remember when Bedrock Edition always updated a whole lot later than PC Edition. HORS? Horse? What does that mean? I did donate to a church in my area so they can afford mission trips. Oh, that's nice of you. That's really nice considering that you're not a Christian. I keep on throwing my shovels. Oh no, you stole my shovel. Anyways. Horse. Oh, horse. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, I didn't realize you were trying to joke. I thought you were like speaking French or something. Don't tell people if you donate to something. What? Oh. Don't tell people you donate to something. Well, I mean, if he's not a believer, it's yeah, there is verses that say like if you do something, let not your left hand know what your right hand does. Like you're supposed to, it's not, the attention is not supposed to be on you, it's supposed to be on God. So like don't draw attention to yourself kind of thing. Because you can see that in the New Testament a lot, that like the Pharisees were like doing all these good things and praying and all this cool stuff, and then they were making a big deal about it and like all the attention's on me kind of thing. So yeah, it's a part of being humble is not telling people about the good deeds you do. That's just a Christian doctrine. So when you give to the needy, do not announce it with trumpets as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and on the streets to be honored by others. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward in full. Yeah, that's the verse I was thinking of a little bit later, or a little bit before. It's the do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, or something like that. I'm not looking for praise, just understanding. Yeah. I think it's has a lot to do with where your heart is at. Where the Pharisees were looking for praise. But yeah, it's just something to be careful of. I know, I went to bring it up in the virtue of humility. Yeah. Christianity involves a lot of self-sacrifice. It's something you will find from interacting with Christians, is that you have to give up a lot of yourself, your own pride, and that kind of thing. You're just basic, normal things to do, like, oh, I did this good thing. You have to give up a lot to be a Christian. The only game I'm playing right now is Battle Cats, and it's a very good mobile game. I think Battle Cats is so funny, I love it. What a goofy game. Compare Samaritan's Purse. My house is so ugly, man. I don't have anything to build out of other than cobblestone. I'm in Empire of Cats, Chapter 3 Moon. I didn't get past the first, first few parts of the story because I was really bad at it. I'm really terrible at strategy. I hate, planning ahead, that kind of thing. So I uninstalled it before then, but I just really love the art, especially the cat that, has the long human legs. The thing is so funky. I got a level 16 Kangleon, lol. Nice. Can you do /spawn, please? /spawn what? I don't have OP because, my render distance is 2, sorry. Why do you think that, what do you think about, why do you think about theonomy establishing Christian theocracies around the world? What do you mean? Sorry, could you explain what you mean by that a little bit better? Sorry. Um, my computer is barely handling being able to stream Minecraft right now, so I can't open, the server controls, I guess. And I can't even open my, like, streaming service right now. There's, like, a bunch of things I want to fix about it, but I can't because yeah, I can't open that right now. Hi, Amber Seraph. I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. Bro, teacher, Bun Bun and Moon, chapter 3, gonna be hard to find. Slash spawn is all that. I don't have, commands. Sorry. What do you think about, oh. If it's really the truth, might as well spread it. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what my family does. We're missionaries to Papua New Guinea. We help people translate the Bible in Papua New Guinea. That's like, yeah, that's our thing. I've been a part of that until very recently where I graduated and now I'm living by myself. And I'm going to go work in, the Answers in Genesis ministry if I can get the job for the next 2 months. Then I'm going to YWAM where we evangelize to people in California and then later Southeast Asia. So yeah, I definitely believe that like sharing the gospel is a huge, huge part of being a Christian. I think that Christians are really bad at like being able to dedicate how much they should to following God. I mean, Jesus' command, go out and make disciples of all the earth, is pertinent to everyone. It's not just select Christians, I guess. But it's not like everyone has to go across the water and go to a third world country. I think you can share the gospel in your neighborhoods and with people near you. You don't have to like go across nations. And something that I've seen from just, being a missionary kid is that America needs more missionaries than anywhere else right now. America seems to be the worst off of everything. Most people who talk about theocracy don't know what they're talking about. What do you think about it? Do you think that we should have our governments be Christian and prefer Christianity to other religions? I believe that for the sake of the country, the authority figures need to be Christian, but it's not like America, as an example, did so much better when it had Christian leaders in charge and had Christian morals and ethics. But that only worked because most of the people underneath it were Christian. Like, everyone, at least in name, was Christian. So I don't really know. I don't have opinion on that. An opinion on that. My voice is dying and my speech is slurring because I've spoken so much. For example, a lot of people would say that having a state church would mean something is a theocracy. That would make UK, Italy, and Poland theocracies. A state church, like, yeah. I don't know. I think that when we were considering, like, politics and that kind of thing, we definitely need to consider it from a Christian perspective, but I don't think Christianity should be a part of politics, I guess. I don't know. I don't know about that. But what do you guys think? Since you're asking the question, I'm sure you have your own opinion. I think Ambrose wrote about church and state, but like the American government does not prefer one religion over the other. Do you think that governments should assume Christianity is true and establish laws from such? For example, should we have blasphemy laws? I don't know. I feel like having leaders that believe that Christianity is true should make laws based on Christian morality, but shouldn't force Christianity on other people. But I don't know. I don't know about the blasphemy thing. That's a really interesting question. I haven't really thought about it before. We used to have blasphemy laws. That's true. Yeah, I know, but not right now. But right now, America is not a very Christian nation, so like it wouldn't work anyways. My 86-year-old grandma goes to Africa to spread the gospel every 2 years. That's really cool. 86 years old, man. Theocracy is when government is run by priests and bishops. Okay. Current president is Catholic. He is? Oh, quotation marks Catholic. Like, huh. He doesn't act like it, so I wouldn't say just because he says he's Catholic doesn't mean he is Catholic. He doesn't follow any Catholic beliefs. I'm talking about having more than just a state church. Oh, in name only. Did I spell it wrong? No, okay. Should it be illegal to put up public idols? Yeah. I don't know. This is a really difficult question because I can only apply it to modern America, and I'm like, if you made these rules, no one would follow it. Everyone would revolt. But like in a perfect government, yeah, I think theocracy should be a perfect government. But then again, perfect government doesn't exist. I don't know. I genuinely have no clue. Oh, he finally joined. Patate finally joined. Nowadays, titles are meaningless. That's true. You can't judge people. Well, we were talking about this before. You can't judge people by what they say or their appearances. You have to judge them by their character, their actions and stuff. So when someone says they're a Christian, you can't just say, "Oh, they're a Christian. I'm going to judge Christianity based on how this person acts." You have to judge them based on how Christianity is. Like, does this person follow the Bible? Does this person actually believe what he's talking about? I'm pro theocracy. Our post millennial opinions on that tend to be different. To affect opinions on theocracy. Yeah, even if we had a theocracy, we'd have corruption, if I'm being realistic. That's true. I don't have... Okay, where are you? I can give you chords, hold on. Corruption is everywhere. True, true. Of course we'd have corruption, but that doesn't mean it wouldn't be a good thing. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know about all this. Yeah. Is something wrong, David Sinners? Sorry, I really have a hard time pronouncing you guys' names. Don't immanentize this Iscaton. You're a PvP pro? I am terrible at PvP. Yeah. My brother will always, like, make an arena. Him and one of his friends will always make an arena in one of the servers, in all the servers we play in, and then, since no one else wants to get beat up by them, I'm usually the only person who gets beat up, and I am so terrible at PvP. Like, I mean, even he and his friend are not the best, but, like, still, I am terrible compared to them. I have to get off soon because my shift is gonna start. Well, yeah, I need to get off in like 7 minutes too because I promised my grandma I'd go somewhere with her. So that was a good reminder. Thank you. It takes 5 minutes to get up to my workplace, so it's fine. Yeah, okay. I have 3 accounts. Dang. He's flexing on the rest of us. I don't understand. What do you not understand? In political theory and theology, to emphasize the eschaton is a generally pejorative term referring to attempts to bring about utopian conditions on the world to effectively create heaven on earth. So, it's a derogative term used to refer to. Oh, so he's insulting your theology. Goodbye and a nice discussion. Okay, nice to see you, Bridgewallet. It was really nice talking to you. I hope you can join later. You two have just been fighting this entire time. You need to relax. I'm terrible at PvP. Me at Slap Royal and Slap Battles Roblox. Are you serious right now? I don't understand what they were saying in the Minecraft chat. We're having a discussion about Christian theology using really big words, and I am barely able to follow along. And I've been studying this stuff for a while, so don't worry about it. You're not alone. Oh, you're here? I can't see you. Are you crouching somewhere? Sorry, Meryl, like you just got on, but I need to end the stream soon, and I'd like to start like closing things down. I think the server will remain open once I get offline, so you guys are completely fine to keep on playing, as long as you don't blow up my house. But I need to go soon, so. Ah. Hi. Welcome to Minecraft. I don't understand what it is because I never tried to learn it, so I'm more confused than you are. Lol. Yeah, at least I understand like basic definitions of some of the words. Up. I'm gonna get off the server now, guys. I'm gonna be on here for like a few more minutes just talking, but thank you so much for playing. This was a lot of fun playing with you guys. I cannot change my scene on my stream, so you guys just get to see the Minecraft loading screen. I'm just gonna wrap up the stream now. If you guys have like any final questions or anything, or yeah. Okay, thank you so much for playing with me, Jeremiah. Thank you for keeping me alive. That was a lot of fun. And thank you for the discussion, you guys. I was not expecting to stream so long. I'll see all of you guys later. Thank you for coming. Bye. God bless. I almost forgot. God bless you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna rejoin the server someday. I might stream on it again, or I might